Today we will see about the basic fundamental blocks of scientific study. एक कोई भी scientific study का basic foundations क्या है? We will be studying those things today. एक आज का लेक्चर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होने वाला है बिकॉज ये चीज़ लाइक फाउंडेशन की तरह काम करेगी. लाइक एनी थिंग स्पेशल इन मैथमेटिक्स एंड दैट इन ज्योमेट्री, these are very important. Like it creates the foundation of your mathematical or geometric classes in the future. तो ये fundamental statements हैं and very basic building blocks. So we will focus on that today, and later the lectures will be based on this. It's very important. So let's look at what are axioms and postulates, and also understand what's the difference between axioms and postulates. I have pasted the definition of axioms here. We can see what axiom means. So axiom is a statement or proposition that is assumed to be true without requiring proof or evidence. Axioms are often used as foundation of logical system or a mathematical theory. In other words, axioms are the starting points for reasoning or argumentation, and they are not themselves subject to proof or demonstration. Instead, they are taken as self-evident and intuitively true, and are used as a basis for developing further knowledge or understanding. Axioms are sometimes also referred to as postulates or basic assumptions. इसका क्या मतलब होता है, लेकिन एक एग्जांपल के साथ अपन समझते हैं. लेट्स से आई एम स्टेटिंग अ थ्योरम, पाइथागोरस थ्योरम. तो पाइथागोरस थ्योरम का क्या मतलब है? गिवन अ राइट ट्रायंगल, ये 90 डिग्री है. गिवन राइट ट्रायंगल ए बी सी, उसके साइड्स को मैं ए बी और सी से डिनोट करता हूँ. तो पाइथागोरस थ्योरम क्या बोलता है? ए स्क्वायर प्लस बी स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू सी स्क्वायर. अब ये स्टेटमेंट वी नो इट इज़ ट्रू, लाइक बट वी कैन नॉट एक्सेप्ट इट एज अ ट्रू अनलेस देयर इज सम प्रूफ. ये इंट्यूटिवली समझ में नहीं आता है कि दिस स्टेटमेंट विल बी ट्रू. हम इसे ऑब्वियसली ट्रू नहीं मान सकते. तो देयर हैज़ टू बी proof for this particular statement in order to accept it as a theorem. But axioms like are very obvious basic statements which are regarded as facts. Like it's very intuitive, we don't need to be proved and it cannot be proved. So such statements are called axioms, and those statements are the foundation or building blocks for other proofs or like proving theorems, and which can be used as a building blocks for subsequent proofs. तो हमें कोई और theorem proof करना होगा तो we can use already proved theorem, and कुछ theorem को prove करने के लिए we might need help of axioms. So these axioms are obvious statement which cannot be proved, but its truth or fact is so obvious that it is considered as truth. So that is called axiom. Now let's look at postulate. A postulate is a statement or proposition that is accepted as true without proof and used as a basis for further reasoning or argumentation. Postulates are often used in geometry or other branches of mathematics as starting points for developing further knowledge or understanding. They are not themselves subject to proof or demonstration, but are taken as self-evident or intuitively true. In some cases, postulates are used interchangeably with axioms or basic assumptions, although some authors may distinguish between these terms based on subtle differences in usage or context. Overall, postulates are an essential part of many logical systems and mathematical theories, proving a foundation for reasoning and problem solving. तो अगेन लाइक पोस्टुलेट एंड एक्सियम में ज़्यादा डिफरेंस दिखेगा नहीं. बोथ आर लाइक obvious statements which form the basis of any proofs or foundation of mathematical statements or proofs, but uh, postulates are almost same as axioms. We can consider it same, like postulates are axioms, but not all axioms can be postulate. So postulate are more specific terms, and it's used mostly related to geometry. So let's try to understand the difference between axiom and postulate. The term axiom and postulate are often used interchangeably and can have similar meanings, but in some contexts they may have slight different connotations. Here are some possible differences. Historical origin. Axiom originally comes from the Greek word axios, meaning worthy, and referred to a statement that was considered worthy of acceptance. Postulate comes from the Latin word postula, meaning to demand, and referred to statement that was demanded or required for a particular argument or system. Usage in different fields. The term axiom is more commonly used in mathematics and logic, while postulate is often used in geometry and physics. Focus on proof. Axioms are typically statements that are accepted without proof, while postulates are statements that are not proven within particular system but are assumed to be true in order to derive further results or proofs. Order of presentation. In some context, axioms may refer to a statement that is presented at the beginning of system or argument, while postulate may refer to statement that is introduced later as necessary assumption. Overall, the difference between axiom and postulate may be subtle and may depend on the context in which they are used. Both terms refer to statements that are accepted as true without proof and used as foundation for further reasoning और argumentation. अब हम एग्जांपल्स देखते हैं, लाइक different examples of axioms and postulate. Let's start by looking at the examples of axioms. Like पहला एग्जांपल है shortest distance between two points is a straight line. Like कोई भी दो पॉइंट अगर दिया है तो इनके बीच जो शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस होगा विल बी द स्ट्रेट लाइन. This is like straight line. It is not acting as straight line, but let me try. So तो कोई भी दो पॉइंट के बीच में शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस विल बी द स्ट्रेट लाइन. लाइक ये पॉइंट ए है और बी है, इसके बीच में जो स्ट्रेट लाइन होगी दैट विल बी द शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस. और कोई भी दूसरी लाइन, लेट्स से दिस इज लाइन, दिस इज लाइन, दिस इज लाइन. तो ये ये जो भी कर्व है 1 2 3 और ये 4, the fourth one, which is the straight line, will be the shortest. Other lines will have more distance than the straight line between A and B. So it's very obvious, like this can be regarded as axiom. So let's see, all bachelors are unmarried. Obviously, like bachelor का meaning ही वही होता है. So it is obvious. A whole is greater than any of its part. That is again obvious. Two parallel lines never intersect. एक पैरेलल लाइन की डेफिनेशन ही वही होती है, लाइक टू पैरेलल लाइंस दे डोंट इंटरसेक्ट. लेकिन इनके बीच का डिस्टेंस हमेशा कांस्टेंट रहेगा टू द इन्फिनिटी. एवरी इफेक्ट हैज़ अ कॉज. कुछ भी बिना वजह नहीं होता है. लाइक जो इफ समथिंग हैज हैपेंड देयर शुड बी कॉज. थिंग्स that are equal to the same things are equal to each other. This is again very interesting. Let's say A is equal to B and B is equal to C. That means A is equal to C. ये इम्प्लाई कर रहा है. या फिर B is equal to D. That means A is equal to D. A triangle has three sides. Again, that is the definition of triangle. A line segment can be extended infinitely in both the directions. So let's take a line segment. इसको इस तरफ भी इन्फाइनेटली एक्सटेंड किया जा सकता है और इसको इस तरफ भी इन्फाइनेटली एक्सटेंड किया. The sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So इन तीनों का सम विल बी 180 degrees. The whole is equal to the sum of its part. Again, that is obvious. Now quickly take a look at the examples of postulates. Given two distinct points, there is exactly one line that passes through them, through both of them. So like अगर आपको दो पॉइंट दिया गया है, एनी टू पॉइंट्स ए एंड बी, अब इनसे पास होने वाली देयर कैन बी जस्ट वन लाइन. आप कोई दूसरी लाइन नहीं बना सकते विच पासेस थ्रू दिस. दिस ऑब्वियस. Given a line and a point not on a line, there is exactly one line that passes through the point and is parallel to the given line. Again, like let's say there is one line and a point not on the line. So what are they like? Let's consider this is line AB and the point which is not line on C. So let's take this example, C as a point which is not lying on the line AB. तो इसके पैरेलल सिर्फ एक ही लाइन जा सकती है विच इज़ पैरेलल टू ए बी. अब कोई भी दूसरी लाइन नहीं बना सकते इस पैरेलल टू ए बी. इफ़ यू ट्राई टू मेक एनी अदर लाइन विच इज़ नॉट विच इज़ पैरेलल टू ए बी बट नॉट पासिंग थ्रू सी, तो वो ये लाइन होगी. तो अगेन लाइक दिस इज़ पैरेलल टू ए बी बट नॉट पासिंग थ्रू सी. Let's say if I want to draw any other line passing through C. So let's say if I am making like this line which is passing through C but not parallel to AB, it is going to intersect the AB. So this is not considered parallel. Again, this is obvious. Given a line segment, it can be extended infinitely in either direction. like वो हमने देखा. If a line intersect two other lines and the interior angles on the other side of the intersecting line adds up to the less than two lines will intersect on the side of the line. So again, like if a two line intersect, if a line intersect another line and the interior angles on one of the sides of the intersecting line add up to less than 180 degree. So the two lines will intersect on the side of the line. तो एक लाइन ऐसे बना दिया कुछ ऐसा. तो इफ़ यू सी कुछ ये लाइन ऐसी है, तो ये इसका सम और इसका सम अगर ये 180 डिग्री से कम है, लाइक ये एंगल का सम एंगल ए एंगल बी, इफ ए प्लस बी इज लेस देन 180 डिग्री, तो ये आगे चल के कहीं मिल जाएंगी. दिस टू लाइन्स विल इंटरसेक्ट. ये भी ऑब्वियस है कि इट विल इंटरसेक्ट ऑन द साइड ऑफ दिस. Then let's see, an angle that measures exactly 90 degree is called right angle. That is the definition of two angles that have that share a common vertex and common side are called adjacent angles. So two angles that share a common vertex the two angles that share a common vertex and a common side called adjacent angles. इसको ट्राई करते ड्रॉ करने का. द टू एंगल्स दैट शेयर अ कॉमन वर्टेक्स. एक कॉमन वर्टेक्स है एंड there a common vertex and a common side. तो ये एक वर्टेक्स ए है और ये एक एंगल है और ये एक एंगल है, तो यहाँ पर बी एंड सी और ये डी, तो लाइक बी ए डी एंड डी ए सी ये आर लाइक एडजेसेंट एंगल्स बिकॉज यहाँ पर ए कॉमन वर्टेक्स है एंड दे आर शेयरिंग द कॉमन साइड डी. So this is again the definition. Two angles that have the same measure are called congruent angles. Exactly, like that is the definition of congruent angle. तो अब दो एंगल ले लो, अगर इसकी डिग्री x है और इसकी डिग्री x है, तो these two angles are called congruent angles. If two lines intersect, the vertical angles formed are congruent. तो ये दो लाइन्स इंटरसेक्ट कर रही हैं, सो लेट्स से दिस आर द टू लाइन्स, तो इनके बीच ये एंगल एंड दिस एंगल विल बी सेम, लाइक इफ इट इज x दिस विल बी x, if it is y this will be y. So like opposite angles are vertical angles are congruent. Hope this is clear. Like ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं है, but there is just subtle difference. Both are obvious statement accepted as proof and lays the foundation of subsequent proofs. Postulate is also same as axioms, but it's used more in specific to geometry and mathematics branch, and axioms are proof statement used widely across